On May 18, 1980, the Mount St. Helens volcano erupted in Washington state. It remains one of the most significant volcanic eruptions in United States history. To the casual observer, the mountain simply exploded overnight, entirely without warning. But catastrophic failures only appear instantaneous to the untrained eye. In reality, the sudden explosion masks a highly complex, hidden buildup. To scientists monitoring the site, the eruption was highly predictable. Intense pressure had been violently expanding beneath a thick layer of rock for weeks. This seismograph recording from the mountain shows the first critical warning sign: intense, localized earthquake activity, pointing to massive structural stress. Then came the visible venting. The internal heat intensified, forcing steam to escape above the river valley. Finally, the mountain's actual shape warped, growing a massive, visible bulge on its northern flank. In business, we see owners look at sudden drops in revenue, stalled lead flow, or failed marketing campaigns, and treat them like unpredictable overnight disasters. But the truth is, marketing problems rarely erupt overnight. They are the climax of pressure building silently beneath the surface. Think of your marketing infrastructure as this closed system pipeline. When campaigns are active but failing to drive real growth, a bottleneck forms, and invisible friction builds. As the pressure increases, the first warning sign appears: your ad costs spike, eating profit margins without generating corresponding revenue. Next, the quality of your flow breaks down. You might still have volume, but the intent to purchase disappears from your leads. Soon, the secondary channels dry up completely. Measurable inbound phone calls and customer inquiries stall out. Eventually, the monitoring systems themselves fracture. Weak tracking leaves your leadership team blind to the source of the failure. You are left looking at unclear, vanity-driven reporting that paints a rosy picture while the actual system rots from the inside. Unless those tracking and reporting mechanisms are repaired, these symptoms will compound until your entire operation fails. This internal pressure remains hidden as long as a business lacks the systemic measurement required to see it building. Without accurate data, owners default to emotional reactions, scrambling to treat individual symptoms instead of addressing the mechanics of the system. This creates a dangerous dependency. You end up relying on the blind trust of external vendors, treating your marketing as a tangled black box instead of an illuminated, orderly flow of data. When you cannot accurately interpret your own performance metrics, you surrender control of your growth. At Stage 4, we operate on a specific principle. True business growth is an engineered, measurable outcome. The objective is never long-term agency dependency. The goal is operational independence. This framework breaks down 3 pillars of an independent system. First, visibility, precise tracking to look beneath your data. Next, accountability. Accurate reporting isolates what works and discards what doesn't. Finally, control. Clean data empowers a dynamic dashboard, enabling proactive growth decisions. Establishing operational independence shifts a business from a passive victim of market disasters to an active engineer of its own scale. Survival and stability require reading the warning signs and relieving the pressure long before the eruption occurs. Business owners must understand their own marketing systems. It is time to stop relying on hope or blind trust and start measuring what actually matters. Growth isn't luck. Visit the Stage 4 website to learn how we help businesses build smarter, more measurable marketing systems.